Hello, good morning. Hi, Kay. Good morning. It's good to be back. Hey, Sue. Hey, Kay. It's really good to be back. I took a week off last week. I had to delay the coffee and card just because of a time frame thing. Good morning, Ali. Last Tuesday, actually we've got 6 on. Hey, Betty. Sorry you've been up so early. I'm doing good. Thanks, Kay. How are you? So last Tuesday, there was a little Stampin' Up event over in Bolton, which on a good run is about an hour, 15 minutes away from me. And that was 10 till 3 over in Bolton. So I just knew I'd be so tired when I got back to be able to do it. But whilst I was there, I surprised lovely Betty, who's always on every Tuesday, who also lives in Bolton. So I was less than 10 minutes away from her. So I thought I cannot not go and see her. So I think I was there I got there just after about 3:15, and I think I left about 4:20. I got home about 6 in the end, near to 6. So it was lovely to see Betty, and we went into the garden and we had a cuppa and a catch up, and I've honestly not seen her for years. Maybe about, I don't know, well, about 8 years, maybe, something like that, Betty. So yes, I didn't totally surprise her, but I messaged her that morning and said there's no coffee and card today, but how do you fancy a little visitor this afternoon? So I hope that was nice for Betty. She did lend me a punch that I needed to borrow as well. But that wasn't the reason for my visit. I saw all the punches and I thought, oh, I wonder if Betty's got, yeah. So we had a lovely photo and a sit in the garden, and it was really nice. And yes, it was lovely. Oh, hi, Anne. We've got 7 on. So yeah, today is the start of round 49 of the coffee and card. I have had a few questions. We had a good Yorkshire natter. We did. I have had a few questions about the next round, which is round 50. Now, I think that deserves something very, very special. So I'm trying, well, I do anyway. I mean, 50 rounds of doing coffee and cards since April 2020. So I'm just deciding, but I think it will be Christmas themed because it starts in September, and I normally do one in September that's Christmas themed. Now, we get to see, I say we, I mean Stampin' Up demonstrators, get to see the mini catalogue. Some people still call it the Christmas catalogue, but it's not just Christmas. We get to see that tomorrow night. We also get to see soon, but I don't think that will be tomorrow night. That might not be till next week. The new online exclusives that also come out in September. So I will be making a decision based on what's available. There is a bundle that I shared with you a couple of weeks ago, but I'm not sure if it's wow enough for me, but I want to see the other products first. You know, I'm looking for something where the papers match, maybe something cutesy Christmas, because if I do cutesy Christmas this time, I'll do elegant Christmas the time after, or vice versa. I like to do a cutesy one, and I like to do a traditional, let's say, traditional one. So do you remember when we had those houses? I'm not saying that's a cutesy one because it was a scenic one, but it was in 2020. We had those houses, and there was that wonderful piece of 12 by 12 that was like a scene with houses and ice skating. And I loved that one. If we had a bundle again like that. I mean, people still might have it, but I didn't actually use the houses with that. I used a greeting stamp set, but I would love a nice house stamp set. We had the one last year that was lovely, but it didn't have dies. And yeah, anyway, I would love a bundle with papers that's really nice colours. But also, this washi tape is sensational, and I am praying that we have a Christmas themed washi that's got like little bells and little hollies on it, and maybe a little robin, things like that. Whimsical. I would love it if we had some washi that was Christmas, and I think Stampin' Up would be missing a trick if they didn't do a Christmas washi bundle. So I'm praying for that as well, because this is fantastic. I've just had 6 sign up this time. Oh, I got something in my hair or something in my mouth, which is fine. But when Christmas comes, I tend to have a few more. So let's pray to the, well, it's too late now, because if it's not in, it's not in. So yes, round 49, let's be getting on with it. So I'm going to turn my camera around. Okay, so I'm going to go through your packs with you, because I've forgotten, even though I only packed them last Thursday, with the help of my gorgeous friend who's over visiting from Sri Lanka. So my lovely friend Dilu helped me pack the kits. If anything's wrong, I'm blaming Dilu. No, I'm joking. So yes. And did you like your little stickers on the box? I've got some new stickers. They don't look as cute on the screen. They're a bit brighter. But did you like your little sticker on the box? So I cannot remember how we packed these, but in one of the card kits, it might have been in week 1, I also popped you your envelope. Oh, no, that's not it. I also put your 6 envelopes, because I remember them this time, because I am terrible for forgetting to put. I'm great at forgetting, actually. I'm terrible for remembering to put the envelopes in. Now, I know I did, and I also put you 4 pieces of A4 that I'd cut into specific sizes for you. So I'm going to cut one down now. And the first thing we're going to do before we get started, also put you a nice coffee in and a biscuit. But do you know what? They've changed the sizes of the lotuses. So I just picked a pack up. So let me show you. I picked a pack up, as I do. I picked a few. I buy about 5 at once, so I don't have to keep going back. Now, you used to get 10 in a pack, in a big pack, and these were the sizes, and you got 10. Now, you get 12, but these are the sizes. So they've gone down. So I'm sorry if you're feeling badly done to, but it's not my cost cutting. It's just what happened to pick up off the shelf. So yeah, I felt a little bit mean with that, but yeah, there you go. So I've cut this down as follows, and everyone has got, and I think I've done you half a sheet of A4 that way, and then I've cut it to just over 8 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to do 2, but you've enough to do 4. You may need an extra bit of white scrap towards the end of the session, but you might not. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I should have brought my bank card up, because having a bank card is really handy for this. But what we're going to do is, with the washi, if you've not already examined it, you don't mind. The envelopes are loose. All right, that's fine. So you've got the like red strawberry slush flowers, and then you've got the purple ones. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I've probably cut your card too long. We're using the red ones today, so we're going to pop this. It does peel back off. Don't rush. This is where a credit card comes in handy to get the creases out. So we're only going to pop it in until we get to the purple ones. Yeah. And then what we'll do is we will cut it. Show you a little trick. So what I've done, I've left it longer on purpose, because then if you keep a little bit of white card on the end, it means you've always got the end. Yeah, that's my little top tip. Okay, so you've always got that end bit. But we're just using the red ones today. Now you could cut the purple ones out at the same time because we're using those next week, but that's fine. So the great thing about this is whoever's designed it really thought it fits in the mini machine. So I'm going to grab the die. Now it's up to you. A couple of things. I'm not going to do it this way because I've got loads already cut out. But you could, when you might be watching along now and crafting in later. But if you want to cut all 4 out, do them all now. 2 reds, 2 purples. Do that now and keep them in your stash. Oh, I've picked up the totally wrong die set there. Oh, I'm sure I had Extraordinary Flora in my hand. That is an absolute... I read it and clearly we didn't put it in. Absolute seams there, me not getting the right die. I thought, oh, okay, so this is the die that we're using. All right. Now, when I'm using the mini machine, I actually use the grey plate, which is number 3. So we're going to pop the... I just realised I've put makeup on and I must have touched my face. I've got a little bit of... it's a little bit coloured. It looks like it's got a filter on the bottom because I've maybe got a bit. Now, I look for this top flower, this one here, and I just line it up. And as you can see, I've got some washi tape, the thin stuff, on my die already from when I last used it. Now, please don't rush this because I'm the world's best at being impatient. Actually, I'm lying to you because Craig is has probably less patience than me. Well, there's no probably about it. Okay, so we're just going to go through with that. Now, when I'm doing this in a class, and I have used this in 2 classes now, I tell the ladies if the die cutting at a different station and they're walking over, I ask them to walk over like that with the plate underneath back to their place, because what happens is we get a little shower of flowers. Showers of flowers. Okay, so they're just going to pop out like that. And there we have our flowers. Now, if you're like me, oh, I need to lower my camera. If you're like me, you start to have your faves, okay?
I have my favourite flowers. This one is my complete favourite. I'm a bit of a rose person. Second favourite flower is a rose. First favourite, peony. But we've not got peonies in here. Wouldn't peonies be lovely on a washi tape? Ooh. So I've not done too well on this. I've not done too bad, but there's a couple where I've just got a little bit more white at one side. But I'll just trim that. That's fine. Now what I do is I've got all my spares overloaded in here. Yeah, in my... this is why I'm not cutting any more out after today. Just I'm going to see what I've got. So I've not even shown you the card that we're doing because I just wanted to show you how to cut the washi. So this is the card that we're doing. And although Julie didn't realise she didn't have any strawberry slush card left, so we've had to go Old Olive. I've now rectified that and ordered some. And also you should have included, and I think they're in your pack, I've gone for the Diamantes, the normal rhinestones, although I did use these strawberry slush ones. They're just a little bit more expensive for me to use in the coffee and card. So I've gone for the rhinestones, although one of those has dropped off anyway. So I've actually... what is that doing now? I've actually had this card made for weeks. So in your pack, you have a white card base, and I've got the one with the tea stain on, but that's gonna be hidden under my banner, so I've kept that nasty one. Now these papers, I mean, it's really nice on the other side, and I'm sorry, but it would be too much. So these are from, I've forgotten what they're called. There's something floral impression papers. They're on the online exclusives, and I liked this for the background. So, oh, my tea's here and I've not drunk any. So I'm going to glue I keep picking glues up that have not. So I'm just going to pop that on my card base. And if you're crafting along, this is just a normal A6 card, and the paper is 9.5 by 13.8 and a bit. So quite a big border. Oh, they're frozen. Sorry, it looked like I froze a little bit then. Okay, and these are from the party banners. Now I've had to go with the Old Olive, as I mentioned. And I'm going to use, I've used Best Wishes because Happy Birthday won't fit on. But I think I'll do Thank You. I'm just going to check that that's clean and give it a little... And I'm just using basic grey for that. So this is, once you've die cut your flowers, this is a very, very easy card. Now you could use Old Olive if you wanted to, or even Mossy Meadow. Do you know what? I think I might use, no, I'm going to stick to the grey. Now there's just one day left after today of, so what day are we on today? 29th. Oh no, we've got 2 days left. There's 2 more days of July after today, and it's still my birthday month, so just a little memory jogger that you can get a free ink pad with every £50 you spend on my online store. So it just reminded me because one of my customers chose basic grey. Okay, so I've just stuck those together. It must be me, Christy, I must have frozen up. So I've just glued those together, and I'm actually going to pop those down onto my project, and I'm going to use some dimensionals. And it, you know, it looks a bit plain at the moment. Now, if you're crafting along and you've not taken part, that's okay. But if you've not got the papers, what I would advise is you need a paper behind in a colour that sort of matches. So old olive or strawberry slush, those kind of colours. But I wouldn't go for like too fancy a pattern. I'd just go for a more graphic pattern. So if you've got the in colour papers, which we are using in a couple of weeks, they would work. Okay, so I've just glued that on there, and now this is where the fun bit starts, because we're now going to build up, and it's like we're going to be flower arrangers. And do you know what? I would love to do flower arranging. I mean, I don't need any more hobbies, I don't need anything, but I'm just copying my other one here. I'm going to do a nice little bit up here. Don't forget we've got these little ones that are nice, and then I used the small one there. Just be careful, there are two of these exactly the same, but one's slightly larger than the other. But how cute and gorgeous is this to put things together? I'm just going to trim this one because there's a little bit more white to one side than what I would like. It's not a disaster, but I made this card with my coffee and card ladies a couple of weeks ago. So you do get plenty of foliage in this as well. You see, these long ones I've not used very much. I need to maybe do a card just with those. That one I'm not going to use. Now this one I don't like. I don't know why, but I don't like that flower as much. I don't use that one as much. These are quite cute to add in a little bit of yellow if you want to add that in. But the sunflowers, they're quite a different vibe to the rest. So I'm just going to do that. I've got this is really cute little leaf. I'm going to pop up there. So I just sort of assemble everything, see how I like it, and then I can pop those on there, and then I can pop another little one on here. Oops. Now, what you just need to be aware of, some of them are stuck to the banner, which is laid up. It's by a foam pad. So you don't need to, some of them you can glue direct on. So I'm going to start at the back, and I'm going to glue this little leaf and I'm going to glue it on direct like that. Now with this one, I'm going to do a partial thing. So I'm going to put glue on part of it, and then I'm going to pop a pad on the end because it's going to hang off. Okay, like that. So it just balances it, levels. I just want it to be level. Okay, I was going to lift it up then, and I've got all those in place, so maybe not. Now if you've joined in, please do send me a photo. Okay, now this one needs a bit of a foam pad. I'm going to use a half one that I'm going to cut from the edge, just to pop on the leaf there. It is gorgeous, Ali. It's such a nice product. I might need another one actually. And it's different. And do you know, I'm going to show you something in a moment. That could do with a little one underneath. But don't worry, we can always add one in after, she says. Our little secret. Now with these, what I would do, they're quite small, so I would pop the glue on your project and then take the flower to the project and then just move it with this end of your scissors or a pokey tool or something. And likewise with this one, just add a bit of glue onto your project and then you can slide it under. You can always lift that, slide it under there, like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to add a couple of rhinestones. There we go. And that's our little card for today. And that was just from the one cut from the washi, and I've still got six elements left there. You know, they're difficult to see. Oh, if we put them on here, they're a little bit easier to see. So I've still got 6 elements left. Thank you, Ali. And then there's the card. There's today's card. Okay, so it's only 11 and I was talking for a bit. So very, very easy. I always start with easy. And of course that set is I had to use a greeting from another set because I needed something bigger. The greetings in the stamp set, if you have got the stamp set, are quite small. Although these images are at 80%, so they're not quite as small as these. But yeah. So that's today's card, and I have got next week's ready to go to show you. In fact, I think I'm going to put that in there. So there we've got today's. But first, I've done this at 2 classes, and I've made all my samples. And you can see all the flowers I've got in here, and I've still got absolutely loads left. Still got a lot left, so you will get a lot of mileage from this. Okay. Oh, bless you. Thanks, Betty. Thank you, Kay. Thank you. Thanks, Anne. Thanks, Christy. So yeah, you will get a lot of mileage from this washi. Hope it's the start of things to come with that. Really like the product. Next week's is one I cased from Dawn. I think it was Dawn at Do Stamping. I wanted to do like a wedding card. So I've done this one. You do need to bring an embossing folder along with you next week. We're going to do a card with a lot of white space. My linen thread's going a little bit bananas on here. But yes, quite an elegant card next week. So dead easy again. But just a nice little wedding card that we're going to do next week. And I have got a little list here of that I need to put a pairs class on. I've just not had time to craft with those yet. I did do some crafting last week, but I was making Halloween projects to advertise some Halloween kids classes because I've got kids classes going across the summer. And of course, while they're there, I want to advertise the next holidays. So yesterday, if anyone's interested, if you're not interested, sorry, in my studio, because I know this is an online community, but I did my first children's class in the afternoon, 5 kids, 5 girls, aged 9 and 11. I had 3 9-year-olds, 2 11-year-olds, one of which was my niece Molly, who was amazing, such a big help to me as well. Oh, thanks, Betty. And we did glass painting, so we're painting tumblers, and it was lovely, really, really lovely. And yeah, I loved it. And we just had a lovely couple of hours. I was absolutely shattered though, because I was on my feet for 2.5 hours. But yes, it was really, really nice time. And the children were looking at my Halloween stuff. And Mum, can we book on that one for the next holidays? Of course we can. So that's why that was done. But it came out at the beginning of July, the Halloween kit. It makes 15 treat boxes, and they're a lovely size, and they're proper sturdy treat boxes. They're like milk cartons, but a nice size milk carton. And the great thing about it is it's £20. You get everything in it that you need, no stamping. But there's 3 designs, 5 of each. So if you've got some grandkids or kids and you want to split the kit, it's a really nice. You could easily split it into 5 because they can do one of each design. And for £20 between 5, it's a really nice activity to do. I would say that making the 3 of them, there's quite a bit of bone fold in the creases and making sure you've got that right. So it probably would take, I would say it'll take the kids an hour to do 3 with chatting and things like that. So yes, do have a look at that. Thank you, Ali. It's not really got fully started yet. Next week's my first full week. I've got 7 events next week. So yeah, next week's like my first full week. I've only got yesterday's, and tomorrow evening I've got a team night. But next week I've got 2 on Monday. 2 on Monday, 2 on Thursday, 1 on Friday, and 2 on Saturday. So yeah, it's busy next week. But I'm going to always be at home on a Tuesday, so I'm going to Coffee and Card will continue to be from home. So yeah, in the holidays I will normally be at home. Not in the term time, I'll be at home Monday, Tuesday, but I'm just doing my kids' stuff on Mondays in the holidays at the minute. So yeah, because I'm not working at the kids' club this holidays because I'm doing my own kids' club in effect. So yes, this was week 1 of Coffee and Card, round 49. Do watch this space because I'll be sharing, if I can, information about the next round very, very soon. I've showed you next week's. Here was this week's, and Craig should be home from his bike ride soon, so I'll go have a cuppa with him, and I will see you next week. We'll see you next week. Take care, have a lovely week, and thank you for watching me. Thanks, see you soon. Bye bye.